Sea Poems, Part 2 by Patrick P. Stafford. Performed by professional voiceover artist John Taft. Beside the Shore. You were walking beside the ocean shore, and I gazed there unto you, seeing us together as two, yesterday before. Before the ocean sea did not so wildly, fiercely agree with your endless longing to be forever free. And before the ocean sea did not hopelessly lie between you and I, how your tide-swept eyes were full of life and surprise. They rendered to me all the smiles and sighs your heart now keeps from me, and now forever denies. And though I offered the freedom of the sea and the beauty of yesterday, I gaze upon the past, and to you and me, and wonder why you walked away. A lonely sea. Now when you put your loving arms around me, remember to hold on and never let go. For I've been adrift upon a lonely sea, and love is a thing I thought I'd never know. For the world is such a cold and heartless place, where even the strongest can barely survive. And though yours is a very fragile embrace, it is more than enough to keep me alive. For I will never keep you away from me, nor hold on because my heart cannot let go. I'll keep you because I hate the lonely sea, and love is a thing I thought I'd never know. Driftwood. While the open sea closes around me, and winds chill the warm evening night, I dwell on sweet solemn thoughts of thee, now constant reminders of my loveless plight. The evening darkens and the ocean sings, as the roaring waves crash upon some reef. There my desperate soul still clings, waiting for evening tide to drown my grief. Time has a way of making old the new, and this ocean shore I walk in torment is but another remembered vision of you, when love was true and permanent. And even though I never understood why death came to take you from me, the tide brings you back each night as driftwood, with memories of us together by the sea, to quiet and soften the sorrow in me. Glorious Longing. Dreams of Eternal Sea, Part 1, Glory. Here is my world on the edge of a fading star. Dreams of nebula open slowly before me, and dethroned kings would tell me how remote they are, how long the God of my soul has died to show me. How long the age of a dream creeps from page to page, how long I've lived in hope to write my life story, and find I was not changed by cynicism or rage, but was restored through tranquility and glory. We journey our lives in acceptance or denial, then choose or repress our souls with venom or bile, that we are not bleeders of oozing blood-soaked sand, victims of the earth, victimizers of the land. Still I remain an uncomplicated dreamer, a silent, significantly simple schemer, sowing the walled world with all its ignoble strife, seeking the blessed lifetime of every once blessed life, purged of badness and resentment and confusion, devoid of fear and anger and self-delusion, a dreamer of freedom who at last was set free, salvaged by the cold, cruel ravages of the sea. Oh, how I long a pirate ship at my command, the crossbones on my mast, a cutlass in my hand, a lifetime of ebb and flow and ocean-soaked sand, the sight of soaring seagulls and whimsical whales, the sound of crushing, crashing waves and screeching gales, a deck beneath my feet, the wind against my sails. Part 2. Freedom. Here is my world on the ridge of a failing art, with Odin at my back and Thor at my shoulder. Now I stand dauntless with a revitalized heart, though the sea of land turns cold and the sea colder, though the chains of my mind grow frail of armored links, though kings have always lived and died to betray me, and my pirate ship reaches safe harbor, then sinks. The murderers of my dreams shall never slay me. The land had been my prison, and its earth my cell, and its way has been the way of desolate hell, the way that I had slept passively in its tomb, a dreamer of doomed dreams, longing to be exhumed. Still I remain untransformed from every other, a child of trust, its voiceless father and mother, a survivor of cliffs, the scaler of its form, a reaper of peace and healer of fire and storm, purged of pain and suffering and false elation, emptied of guilt and remorse and self-damnation, a flower of spring and the seed of flowered love, the mighty, shameless hawk, the meek, innocent dove. Oh, how I long to feel the rocks jag up and out, to be thrown starboard and lee, then in and about, to see the clouds burst, to hear them bellow and shout, waves rising and falling, and lungs thirsting for air. A touch of joy and pathos, of hope and despair, the sea upon my lips, its spray kissing my hair. Part 3. Love. Here is my God in the midst of a child's garden. Once without the passion of sensing sound and sight, the mind would not forgive, the heart could not pardon. The dreadful years of yearning darkness over light, the dead years whose dying fears gave up love for hate, and life's frozen tears, a landslide of snow and sleet, whose strange, glorious longing I had longed from fate, showed too much my death, whose rage I could not defeat. For the land was my grave, the plains my graven stone, and love had been the dream that I had dreamt alone. But beyond darkness a braver dream would take hold, a dream of love, more precious than a pirate's gold. For darkness and death, I have become their slayer, a fighter for life, its friend, not its betrayer, a destroyer of strife, a man of hope and truth, the salt of the earth, the wisdom of deathless youth. And as I love the sea, love is its greatest good, for if I had to give up my life as I would, if not for love, if not to reach its godlike shore, tell me, what better cause could I give my life for? So, yes, I yearn the sea, the wild wind and the tameless tide, surf, foam, and spray, blowing, flowing to and fro undenied, the drowning waves upon me, and you, my love, at my side. For as I live and savor salt, seaweed, and blood-soaked sand, here far from all the lost, dying dreams of desolate land, I long to sail my ship, with Odin and Thor near at hand. Here with friend or foe, embarking from the same deathless shores, now at peace with life, and with the sea streaming from my pores, here with my God at the helm, here with my soul at the oars.